Hello, Facebook land, Facebook friends, friends near and far. Thanks for joining me today. I am going to connect us with Felicia Grimes, who is she's going to let me interview her today. So I'm excited to do that. I'm going to get her on right now. Hello, Felicia. Let's see if we can get her on camera right now. I'm going to add her on.
Hello.
Okay. Yay! Hello. Hello, hello. Thank you, Felicia, for joining us. Super glad this worked out today.
Yes, smoothly.
Yeah, exactly. And we're not sideways.
Exactly.
You know what? I failed forward, right?
Yes.
We figured it out, and here I am, and we're horizontal, which is good. So glad you're here. Glad to be on today. And I don't know about you, but I'm getting super excited about the hey Adam, thanks for joining us. I'm getting excited about the holidays, super excited, and I'm seeing it in the stores. I'm hearing it in the music that they start playing in October actually, but as as excited as I get, I also like just instantly, as soon as I start to feel Christmas, I get a little anxious. I get a little apprehensive. I get a little stress. Um, Even if that the moment that I'm thinking about it, I don't have anything stressful going on because I just associate it with like craziness and like like I have too much to do, too much going on, and the expectations are a little crazy, right? For what
Yeah.
you're supposed to be able to get done in like 1 month's time. Christmas shopping, redecorating your house, baking things like when you don't normally,
Outsource.
especially people to normally bake. What am I supposed
Outsource.
to do?
Go to the bakery. Do what my mom used to do. She used to put it in containers, turn the oven on, have some kind of cinnamon scent as if she baked. She did it every holiday.
That,
She
oh
would
my
go
gosh,
like to the other side of town to get the turkey, the dressing, the sides, the
I
cake, and
love
my
it.
dad was full every year.
That is fantastic.
Try
That is
that.
fantastic. I think that should be number one of today's practical tips, right? Like fry up some onions and just buy your food somewhere else, right?
Put in the slow cooker, to get the aroma going. That's what
Yes.
she used to do. Get the aroma going,
Love it.
and then she had everything laid out.
I love it. That is awesome. Felicia, I am going to tell people who you are, who I'm talking to right now, who's giving us these awesome tips. And if you're watching, give us a thumbs up, hashtag live, or if you're watching the replay, hashtag replay. Let us know you're here so we can welcome you in. Give us a wave. But let me tell you about Felicia. Felicia has been teaching for about 20 years. Is that correct? In
Yes.
both online and at a local college. And a lot of that teaching has been on time management. Let's see, Felicia, you are also a relationships manager and consultant for an IT and cybersecurity company. And you have your own health and wellness business. And you also have your own social media marketing business to help small businesses grow and thrive and give them tips. And hey, Diane, good to have you on here. And it's called Social Media Creatives page. You can find that on Facebook, Social Media Creatives. And I think she has something to teach us about time management. So Felicia, last week we talked in our funny video, we talked about what is time management? What's the benefit? What are the consequences? Is it realistic? Can we really manage our time? Does it take is it worth the time it takes to pre-plan, which is kind of like the key to time management. One of the main keys is planning. And we heard some really helpful information about that yeah, it is worth a half an hour to an hour. It takes once a week and every night before the next day to go through, plan out what you have to do, pick your the 5 things you have to do before you go to bed at night, and make sure those are the things you do first. So today I wanted to ask you, those are some great tips. What are some like really hands-on practical, how do I put this into action, tips, like your top 5 practical tips and tools being able to manage our time well and to get the things done that we want to get done and really and like enjoy doing them.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Anna, thanks for joining us. Planning is the key, and I agree with you. And thanks for watching, Heidi.
Mm-hmm.
Nice to see you on. So tell me, what can you tell us more about like tools that you have? Give us your top 5.
Okay. Today I want to focus on the block time management system.
Okay.
And I think that's an effective way. And then number 2, I want to talk about apps,
Oh,
practical apps you
awesome.
can use and to help you kind of decompress because like one tip that I do before I get into the other 2 major tips, I don't do a whole lot of shopping like with the holidays coming up. I do everything online. So I don't go and get in those lines. No. So
Right.
you may want to think about doing some online shopping. You may want to think about taking advantage of those grocery stores. They're called personal shoppers. Do the personal shopper, y'all. You know what you need on
Yes.
your list. Do the personal shopper. That will save tremendous amount of time being in excessive lines because you know around the holidays people spend more. So you go ahead and
Right.
do the personal shopper and you save that time and effort.
That's
Okay, so let's discuss the block time first. The
okay.
block time, I think people don't really recognize that people typically can feel anxiety or overwhelmed, and procrastination will set in because you have to do something you really don't want to do, and you keep putting it
Right.
off. It's like your brain doesn't want to focus on it. But if you do the block time, your block time can be your uninterrupted special time where you're completely focused. Just like when we had a little impromptu yesterday, and somebody called me and go like, no,
Right.
you know, I'm just not going to put that in my space right now. I
Yeah.
mean, it's not my focus. It's nothing against that person. But no, you have to be completely focused and make a note
Yeah.
of what the person inquired about and get back with them later.
That's
But
good.
you have to be completely 100% finishing that task. And so
Right.
sometimes you may have 5 minutes, you may have 10 minutes, you may have 30 minutes that you can just completely commit to
Right.
taking care of that task. And then you look at like, boom, I got that achievement. There may be something on your top 5 list for the day. You got that achievement done and off you. But a lot of times people wait to the last minute and then that to-do list gets longer and longer. But if you take
Yeah.
those top 5 and you incorporate them into your block schedule and say,
Right.
well, you know what, this is only going to take me like 15 minutes. If you get done before then, maybe you can squeeze in the beginning of another one. So
Okay.
maybe you're
Good.
taking on too much at one time and you just break it down throughout the day to say, okay, I have 20 minutes to do this task,
Mhm.
uninterrupted. Put your cell phone on uh
Do not
mute.
be right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Interrupt. Yeah.
And no notifications from Facebook. Turn all of that off and
Yes.
be in because we get overstimulated and we easily get distracted with
Yes.
social media.
Oh my
People
gosh.
texting you. I
I
mean, I'm
think
just
I've
like
made everyone ADD, honestly. Right?
it, you might have to just do not call, do not contact, do not nothing.
Do not, do not, do not. And the other thing,
Yes.
I like that because when my to do, if I get overwhelmed, my to do list is too long, and I'm like, I don't, even if I start crossing, I forget cross a couple things off. All I see is all the stuff I haven't done, and it has this like paralyzing effect.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas if you have, just if those top 5 I have to get done, if I can like get 5 things done and you get that feeling of achievement, it's energizing and it's motivating, so I really like that. Now when you say block schedule, can you talk a little bit more about what exactly is a block schedule? How is it different than other kinds of scheduling, and are there apps that you can use for block scheduling, or where do we
Mm-hmm.
find a block schedule to make one?
Okay. I have detailed information about steps in the process of how to do a block schedule. It's already posted. I'm going to put the link at the bottom
Great.
of this Facebook. Yes, I got you. It's
Nice.
going to talk about 25-minute blocks that you can do, how you set it up, step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
Okay. The purpose of having a block schedule over other schedules, you have to be completely undisturbed, uninterrupted. You got to just be focused. You got to take that time
Okay.
to stay focused
Okay.
because a lot of people have problems with just like we talked about distracting events and
Yeah.
then you're consumed with other thoughts. I mean, it's just like in the morning when you get up, you might have a morning routine. Okay, so you need to have a block schedule routine that you just focus all of your time on that task.
Okay.
Don't multitask because I'm a multitasker, but
Right.
sometimes you have to be committed to that one item, get
Okay.
that one item off your list, and then you're done with it. I mean, this can
Yeah.
also apply to the workplace. I know people that actually hide out in their offices. We call it hide out because they put paper against the window, or they go
Right.
to the second floor in the library. I'm telling somebody's business, and they hide out just
Right.
because they can have that uninterrupted time. You might have to leave your house to go to Starbucks
Yes.
or somewhere else, so you don't know anybody there. Go to
Right.
maybe a public library. Your friends might not be there. I'm just saying. Go
Right.
somewhere where you're not going to interact with people that you know,
Yeah.
and that way you can
That's
get that
good.
time done on the
Particularly,
way home. Go
yes.
to a park,
Oh, that's
get a
good.
little
And
work done.
particularly, right, if you're an entrepreneur, you're working out of your house, that is excellent advice because if, even if someone isn't home, well, if other people in your family are home, it's like forget about it, right? But
Mhm.
if they aren't
Mhm.
home, there's always stuff. If you're looking around your house, you're like, oh, I need to do that. I need to do that. So that's really good. And also, also I know that's something that's helped me is having hours of operation, right? If you have your own business, it's like treating it like you're punching your own clock, right? Even though you have the freedom and the gift to be able to own your own time, like you have to show up. If you're going to make your business work, you have to have those hours of operation in your block schedule. And this is when I'm showing up to do my work. So I like that. I like combining that with getting to a space that you are not going to be interrupted. You're not going to see people that you know. That's good.
And then too, like if you have a team
Yeah.
or a group of people you work with, then you can have a power hour with that team, and you can have that 1 hour of accountability. This is our task. This is our goal for this 1 hour,
Yeah.
and we're going to work toward it. And at the end of that hour, let's talk about our progress. What were you able to accomplish within that hour? So
Oh, that's
sometimes
good.
the power hour is really good for a lot of people.
That's really good. I like that. Yeah, my team has done power hours off and on, and we've kind of gotten away from them, but that's a good reminder to get back to that because then you're working together and you're feeding off
Mhm.
each other's energy, and you're all focused together. There's accountability, so that's really good. So block schedule. Okay, awesome. You're going to put that in the below.
Yes,
Great.
it's already posted on my page. I'm just going to send you to the page.
Perfect. Okay, that's going to be more details on block
Mhm.
scheduling, different resources for getting a block schedule. Okay, that
Mhm.
block scheduling, awesome. And then so tell us number two, like your number two tip.
Okay, my number two tip would be having an app, okay,
Okay.
or apps, okay. And I've already posted this on my Inspiring Felicia Grimes page. That's my
Great.
public page. And
Okay.
so actually, there are 18 best tools for
Okay.
different things in your life that you need help with. And so there's one particular tool called Remember the Milk that relates to block scheduling. Yes, and it's free.
Interesting. I have not
It's
heard
called
of
Remember
that.
the Milk. Uh-huh.
I love that. So what's that one about?
Okay, that one is going to help you with your to-do list. You can use different devices,
Okay.
including Gmail, Outlook, and you can manage your daily tasks. You can incorporate, like your work schedule in with your personal schedule together. Because sometimes
Nice.
people need to have a blended type block scheduling.
Right.
Because some people do work from home for not just like their own business. Maybe they work for a corporate company or something like
Sure.
that. And so they need to be able
Sure.
to have something to remind them throughout the day how to
Okay.
schedule their time. They may have meetings that they need to do prep for, maybe the day
Right.
before, and you
Right.
have that 30 minutes to that hour that you blocked off.
Okay.
It's a good reminder process.
Oh,
And then you can see
awesome.
what you committed. It'll give you analysis of what you committed. I mean, in terms of, you committed your time, did you really
Yeah.
utilize it? There's another resource called Rescue Time. And
Okay.
it's basically going to tell you how much time you wasted.
Are you?
It's an
Oh, I love that. I don't know if I want that one.
no.
I don't know if I want to know, but I do want to know. That's brilliant. That's
Yeah.
brilliant. That's
And
really
so
good.
there's another one called Focus Booster, and it's also for block schedule technique as well. And
Okay.
so those people that procrastinate and you have these feelings of anxiety, it gives you motivation, encouragement.
Wow. What's that
Mhm.
one called again?
Focus Booster.
Focus Booster. That sounds amazing.
Hmm.
That sounds
And
awesome.
another good alternative, if you're working on, like, if you're a project-based person, it's called Toggle. You can
Okay.
use that. But suppose you have a family and you're trying to balance all this holiday stuff that you're talking about coming
Yes.
up.
Right.
You can do Time Tree, which is a shared calendar. So maybe you need to have
Okay.
your husband's calendar, your kids' things to do list. You may
Okay.
have a teenager and they have activities you can put all on one shared calendar.
Wow. That
Yes.
sounds amazing. That
That
sounds
way you kind of see what you have to do for the week, and then you can go back and put
okay.
that, okay, I have 45 minutes for me to
Right.
maybe a little spy time, a little, working on your project time. You can see what the whole family schedule is like.
Okay. Now, is that similar to, I know with Google Calendar, you can share calendars with each other. Is that a similar idea? Or
Yeah.
is it a little bit different?
It's different because it's like the visual aspect of it and how you navigate is going to be different.
Oh,
So,
okay.
because this doesn't, you have different formats. You have the to-do list. You have different things that you can aggregate.
Okay.
But Google Calendar, you just limit to that block calendar.
Yeah. Right, right, right.
Yeah, this is a little bit different. This one has more features. If you
Okay.
like features, you like to be able to do a variety of things, then that's the
Right.
way to go. There also you can do the Wonder List, which is also includes a shopping list, and you can have that. It's a shared type of organizational calendar too.
Okay. I actually have Wunderlist and I love it. It
Mm-hmm.
is free. That's one of the things about Wunderlist. I don't know if some of these usually it's just a very small fee if there is any one at
Yeah,
all.
that's true.
But Wunderlist is amazing. It's helps me even though they have reminders on Google Calendar. This one is it's a little bit different. It's like a so you can there's all kinds of categories you can put things into, and it's also you can share, it has sharing features, you can put notes with the reminders. Wunderlist is a really good one. I agree that that one's awesome.
There's one that I use called Cozy, and now I use the free part of it because I'm not sharing this with anyone.
Yeah.
But I can put all of my schedule in there for the whole, and one thing I like about it, it can repeat. Like if I do the same activities, it can repeat. I don't have to retype it, so
Yes.
you can repeat it numerous times when how often you use it. And so I love that feature.
Yeah, I actually used Cozy for a long time. And then it was actually really good. And you can share it with family. The only thing with Cozy is that I could not figure out how to connect it to my Google Calendar, but maybe you can do that on an upgrade. I'm not sure. But most
I
of the
don't
other
look
people
into
I knew were using Google Calendar, so I ended up switching. But it does have more features in Google Calendar, which is really nice. You can put like your family like sports events for your kids. They have a whole thing
it.
you can set that up with, or dance or whatever extracurricular they're doing. You can
Hmm.
actually make whole separate calendars and add that into the calendar. So,
Wow.
so those are. Hello, Angela. I'm seeing my friend Angela on there. Glad you could hop on. This is really good stuff. So I have some college students watching. So these are going to be really good
They
for
need
them.
a lot of help.
Yes,
It's just the whole
crazy.
transition of the
Think all
mindset.
kinds of things
Nobody's going to
going on.
remind them. You
Yeah,
have to remind yourself.
yeah, exactly. Right. And you have to be able to you know so everything's online now, so you have to be able to access all kinds of different schedules from all over the place, and get those on your pay attention to what's coming up and what's not coming up, and you have to have a method to do that. Like there's just too much going on to either remember it all, or even making just a plain to-do list. Like that's not super effective. I think that's why like the block scheduling, planning ahead for that, and then incorporating these apps is going to be super helpful. Because
Hmm.
some of these things like Wunderlist or even the Cozy has the like you can go in and make like Christmas lists. Like you can
Hmm.
do a to do categorize a to do list in Wunderlist with Christmas gifts, and you can do all kinds of organizing on those apps too. Okay, that's awesome. So those apps are on your page that you're going to put a link to.
Yes. Yes.
Great. That is
Hmm.
wonderful. Okay, Felicia, that is very practical, super helpful. Last question I have. Is there for college students specifically, I'm just thinking because I have someone who's, a little bit older than college age and one who's in high school, but I guess let's just say students in general. Are there certain apps that you know of since you teach college students? Are these all the apps you mentioned, are those all helpful for students as well, or have you found some that are even more specifically helpful to students?
Okay. Let me put this in perspective. They're all useful for college students. It's just the point of the matter is, are they going to write notes down in terms of when they have due dates and type it in a calendar to remind themselves? That is the problem.
that's that's what you see is
Oh yeah, all
is
the time.
the
They
problem.
refuse to write it down, refuse to even know a due date, and then they don't want to use an app. See, they got to have the consistency. So when you're starting college, you want to start being consistent. You have to start writing notes. That's key, number one.
Right.
Then you have to decide, okay, it doesn't matter what simplistic app you use, you
Yeah.
still have to be held accountable to do the work.
Right.
But the
That's not
social
going to
media,
do the work for you.
yeah, and then I tell them all the time, if you really have a serious problem, turn everything off, turn your timer on your phone,
Yeah.
so you can have a block of time. So I teach them to blocking their schedule in a different way because they, follow through and being accountable is really hard for a college student.
Yeah. Sure.
And so if they
Right.
start off with a calendar, now I have some students, we go old school. We have one of those old school calendars because sometimes we still get them on campus for free, and I pass them out.
Yeah.
And I see guys writing in the calendar now.
Yeah. Just
So you have to
start
old
with
school.
that. Yeah. Start with something. Right.
And
So
that's my point.
right. The key is to get that their brains thinking. If you're a student, like you have your focus be getting your brain thinking organizationally, like even making
Yeah.
space in that in your brain for like just organizational thinking. That's good. That's really good. Felicia, thank you so much. That was
You're
super
welcome.
helpful. I would like to have you on again in the new year to
Okay.
talk about, I would love to hear from people who put these things into practice. What ended up working best for you getting through the holiday season? If you're a student, were any of these things, these tools helpful? I want to hear about that after the new year. So, and then maybe you'll have some more information for us going into the new year. That would be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks again, Felicia, and
You're
we'll see you
welcome.
next time. Have a great rest of your
Sounds
week,
good.
everyone.